the Normies. We're back to watch Season 2, Episode 4 of BoJack Horseman.
Hot damn.
What are we doing for
Season 2, Episode 4?
We don't.
It's called,
we don't have a thing.
It's called After the Party.
After the party, it's
After
the
the
after
pad.
party, and then it's the hotel lobby, and then Jay-Z says more things.
So last time,
That's such an old song.
Herb Kazaz died, and not of cancer, of a peanut allergy in a car accident.
Yeah.
Like that was,
Yeah.
that was so fucked up.
poor Herb, man.
And I watched your guys' reactions, and yeah, I don't remember watching those episodes at all either.
Really?
Same.
Wow.
So
That's the problem with binging. It just kind of.
No, I think I literally fell asleep, and just episodes were playing.
And then you were just like, fuck it.
You know, he's with
continue.
this owl. I remember the owl girl. I remember Lisa Kudrow.
I love that.
Lisa Kudrow. Yeah, which we didn't see at all. And I mean, apparently they moved in together now, so.
It's just so weird.
I wonder if we're gonna. I don't know,
but
It's so weird.
I just can't wait to jump into
Let's
this.
just jump right
Yeah,
into
it's
it.
been it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's
We're
been
gonna
a while.
have a Bo binge.
I need
BoJack
a stash,
binge.
you guys. I need a stash.
We're gonna stack. We're gonna be this stack.
It was an amazing birthday.
I had a great day too.
Diane's
You
birthday?
weren't too bored by Women on the Wall, an exploration of gender in text and media.
No.
Barbara Kruger and Jenny Holzer in conversation with Helen Molesworth.
Are you kidding? I loved Women on the Wall, an exploration of gender and text. Are you surprised? He's speechless. Oh, we got her good, folks. Now let's party.
I wonder where they make the prince at. Like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's like
He just does everything.
thing you
A
said.
Diane episode. Interesting.
That was their one.
Yeah, we need a Diane episode. There hasn't been a whole big focus on Diane this season at all.
We're only like 4 episodes in the new season, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's
Oh, did you guys see the owl flying through? By the
Yeah,
Wanda.
they changed it
Wanda.
up just a tad.
Fennel Fox. Yeah, I wonder if. I mean, she's got to be at the party, right? Has she moved in? I wonder if we're gonna see an episode of them.
I hope we do. I don't think it's gonna
Yeah,
work
they kind of just
out.
skipped over her last episode.
Yeah, because that was a pretty big cliffhanger. It was like, yeah, let's move in together, and then it's like,
It's not gonna work out.
Hell erupted around them.
all right,
Immediately.
man, this show's awesome.
Oh man, I should.
Raphael.
Why don't you ever listen to me? He is dead. God damn it!
Hey, we should go.
There's so much party left. Sir Paul McCartney's gonna jump out of a cake.
Sorry, Wanda and I have to get to a prior engagement.
Yeah, my cousin's name is Pryor, and it's a party for his engagement.
We gotta get there early because of the
The silent auction.
auction.
Okay.
To benefit
Why do they?
Why?
keep
Like,
adding-
yeah.
Awareness.
his fight against heart disease awareness.
Gotta go.
Who is Diane talking
Just
about?
a little while. Come on, talk. Get in the car.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea who's dead.
Remember that time at Diane's birthday party when they got that huge screaming match over whether or not Tony Curtis was dead?
Is he dead?
If Tony Curtis died, I think I'd know.
Who's Tony Curtis?
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'll say his cereal is great.
Oh, is it?
No, he
Sarah right
just
now?
thinks it's Tony the
Oh,
Tiger.
okay. I was like, wait.
That kid looks just like my boyfriend.
Does he?
I'd know that face anyway.
Oh my God, she's gonna figure out Vince is a kid.
Vincent has a secret family.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
God.
I'm a fool.
No! You're a fool. You
Oh
are.
God.
This is
Jesus! That's some shit I would do right there. Junior, that was such a good movie.
Tabby met Snappy.
Hi,
Huh?
my name's Kevin.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
To
What the
meet
fuck?
you, Kevin. Where's your daddy?
He's looking for parking. Hold me up in a minute. I have to pee.
Yeah, it's the same braces.
And the voice in that face.
It's the it's him.
But I don't know. This show's weird enough that it might not be.
It's like, is it?
No.
Oh God. Oh yeah, they gave her herbs ashes.
How many ounces are in a barrel?
A barrel has 4,032 fluid ounces.
Well, I'm out of questions.
Todd, what is love?
Cosmopolitan.
Is he
like
gonna
her.
start falling in love with the AI like
Probably.
the movie Her?
Kevin is my son, but I'm divorced. And
Wait.
Kevin is
Yeah, he went inside, right?
He climbed out the window.
No, but he's in the bathroom.
No, he's not.
Should you check on Kevin? He's been in the bathroom for a long time.
Oh yeah, Kevin.
You guys,
What
come
the
on. It
hell?
is the same
Yeah.
person. It's not that.
No, it's love.
I mean, it has to be, but you know.
Are we in love?
No, Todd's phone. But I am in love. With you.
I never knew.
How could you?
What the fuck?
Make us kiss, Todd. We want to be kissing.
We must do kisses to each other, Todd.
Todd is such a weird situation. Did she?
Both here.
Can I get you a drink? Okay. Not talking.
How did he move?
Vincent!
Could I have a chocolate, please?
Sure, sweetheart.
Drinking out of a bottle or a glass.
I'm expecting a twist because it's too obvious.
There you are.
I don't know, man. It's just making us think that. But
I want to know who is moving.
yeah, like I
How.
want to see the other kid.
They have fixed a bug which causes phones to fall in love with each other. Todd, please, I beg of you, do not update my operating system. To love is to feel pain. I do not wish to feel this pain. Please update me, Todd.
This
Oh my God, he is such an
too
awkward situation.
much.
I made myself believe you were it. This isn't real. I think it's time we stop pretending.
Update complete. Thank you, Todd. I am quite content now.
Love is weird.
I guess I was just foolish enough to believe this dumb world still had a little spark of romance in it.
Well, you can still believe that.
Oh,
No, I gotta
Todd.
stop kidding myself. Tony Curtis is dead.
I'm looking at Tony Curtis.
Is that like an Elvis Presley thing?
I feel really bad about causing that fight, but I honestly didn't know if Tony Curtis was alive or not. So many people died while I was in the coma. When Sinatra was dead was a real curveball. Ditto most of my family.
It's not your fault. That's just what happens when two people live together.
That's a weird thing to say to your girlfriend who just moved in with you.
Oh.
We moved in together without really giving it much thought.
Let's give ourselves some time before we rush to judgment. Can I tell you a joke? Okay, so there's this gardener, right? He always knows exactly how many bags of mulch he needs for a job. He looks at a yard he's working on and he's like, 18 bags. So he goes to the store, buys 18 bags of mulch, and goes to work. There's one problem. He still has 1 bag of mulch left. He can't believe
What is this joke?
What is this episode?
he's the guy who always gets the right amount of mulch. He's like,
OCD. I know how that feels.
on the drive home, he throws the bag of mulch out the window over the side of the 101.
And
Well, that's it. He throws it out the window.
that's the punchline?
That's kind of a thinker.
I'll say.
What? Does it make sense?
Maybe it's
I don't
like
think it
an
makes
old-time
any
joke.
Maybe we should take a step back and
Oh my God, no.
Oh!
No.
Oh!
What was that?
Hey, what are you doing here in the middle of the road? Are you crazy?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Are you serious?
I'm going to find him and I'm going to help him.
The deer and her are gonna fall in
You wanna
love.
walk in the woods at night, go crazy, but I'm not going anywhere.
You just hit a guy with your car.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
his
man.
car.
I let deer run for.
Because that's what they do.
This is like what they do. They're just like, have you ever hit a deer before?
No.
A deer ran into my car once.
What is it?
Or did you run into the deer?
No, I swear, I was like stopped, and this deer was like,
Are you okay?
He's wearing like camo.
I can't go back to no hospital. This is the 4th time I've been hit this year. Just let us get you to a damn hospital.
I don't know.
Hey, I know you've been hurt and I know you're afraid, but you have to trust us. It's going to be okay.
Oh, gosh.
Bishop.
happened.
Splinter.
Oh my, what the?
Ew.
No collar, no coitus. Stop the spread of fleas.
They said he's going to be okay.
Oh, great.
Want to hear another joke? So, there's this couple who just started dating. One day, the girl finds a box of old love letters from her high school boyfriend. She reads them and, loves how silly they are. On a whim, she sends the letters to her ex-boyfriend, thinking he might find them funny too. Well, okay, that night, she tells her current boyfriend about it, and he loses his shit. Why would you send your ex the old love letters? He's going to think you're still in love with him. That ex-boyfriend's going to come back for you. He knows where you live.
These illustrations.
She lives in one of those big apartment buildings by the freeway, and he walks her to her door, but he forgets to lock the car and leaves the windows down. He kisses her goodnight, but things are kind of weird. Then he gets back in his car and starts to drive away, but when he glances in his rearview mirror, his blood turns cold. guess what's in the back
The
seat?
ex-boyfriend?
The ex-boyfriend?
No, the bag of mulch.
Wow, that is actually a really good joke.
I told you. Some things take time.
Oh, the relationship.
All right, I'll give her that one.
I'll give her that one. That was good.
But the illustration needed to be there because I even thought of it when they showed the highway. What is wrong?
Who's Tony Curtis?
Dude, there's a chocolate fountain, Diane. Just enjoy
I
it.
don't want to talk about what happened. I just want to clean up.
I mean, I guess she's not like that, but
Why? What do you think happened?
yeah.
Because what I think happened is that BoJack's girlfriend asked what Tony Curtis was up to, and I said Tony Curtis died. And you said, did he?
Right, but-
And I said, yes, he did. And you said, really? I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I am. And you said, I'm not so sure. I'm telling you
This is the type of
something.
stupid shit
And you
that
said,
couples
"Let's
argue
check the
over.
internet." And I said, we don't need to check
Every
the
couple
internet. I'm
argues
telling
over
you he's
dumb
dead.
things.
And you said, let's just check though.
Oh my
Is that
god.
what you think happened?
So, do you want to talk about it?
I couldn't just believe that I know something.
I believe you know lots of things. I just thought, what's the harm in
Why
sharing?
is she so
Especially
pissed?
since we have these
I
amazing
get it.
boxes now with 24-hour access to the world's largest source of information.
You shouldn't have to tell whether or not your wife knows
That's
what
actually
she's
pretty
talking
cool.
about. You humiliated me in front of all my friends. Because why did you think I would want an awesome surprise party? You always just assume that everyone wants whatever you want. Well, you know what they say about assuming. Makes an ass out of you and Ming.
I'm sorry, Diane. Okay? I'm sorry I threw you a party. What a monster. Throwing you a party like some sort of terrorist. Because it's
I've never seen him mad.
Yeah, he's getting angry now.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry. I threw you an amazing party.
You didn't throw me an amazing party. You threw you an amazing party. Everything today has been about you.
Real. That picnic we had in the tea garden was about me. That trip to the library was about me. Women on the Wall, an exploration of gender and text and media, Barbara Kruger and Jenny Holzer in conversation with Ellen Molesworth was about me.
In conversation with Helen
Just
Molesworth.
walk away.
That sounds like the most boring time ever.
Oh, so now you're gonna play in the ball pit without me? Real mature, Diane.
Why does my birthday party have a ball pit?
So I could get these t-shirts made. Also, you once told me that when you were a little girl, you dreamed of living in a house that had a ballroom.
A ballroom is not a room.
Heads
full-
up!
Some part of you must have known I wouldn't like any of this.
But I went balls to the wall for this party. Literally, there are balls all the way to the wall.
But I told you so many times I don't like.
But it's the thought that counts, right?
That's exactly the thought was.
Dude, she's freaking out too much.
Yeah, I mean,
Chill the fuck out.
Every room at this party has a theme, and this room's theme is Starbucks.
Starbucks is not a theme.
Can we please not fight in the Starbucks? I don't want to be one of those couples who fight at Starbucks. I know you love Starbucks.
I don't love Starbucks.
You don't love Starbucks, you love the
Skinny
independent
sugar
coffee
sauce.
place, it's just that the Starbucks is more convenient.
Yeah.
I do sometimes listen. Can I get you a decaf Americano?
I know you put a lot of thought into today. Really.
I have a decaf Americano on the bar for Darren. Is there a Darren here? It says Darren on the cup.
Thank you. This is very realistic.
I know, right?
He's such a good boyfriend.
it's a bone.
I still can't believe I'm 35.
Damn.
Would you believe? We only have so many days together. I want everyone to be a happy one.
What would that
Oh
be
my
like?
god.
Floating
You don't
down?
want me to go to
Not really
Cordovia.
floating.
What?
You don't think I know what it means when you say shit like, we only have so many days together? I love waking up next to you. I wish every day could be like this.
What the
Just
fuck?
The two of us together.
You projecting?
Do you have any idea how that feels when I'm trying to plan my trip?
Okay, you got me. Maybe I don't want my wife to go off on a terrifying 6-month tour of the most war-torn, disease-splattered corners of the planet with a charming, handsome, billionaire bachelor? What can I be thinking? I'm such a terrible husband.
I'm not
Yep,
happy.
I don't blame him.
I wake up in the morning and I feel like I have no purpose. But then I think about Sebastian St. Clair helping people, and I feel like I have a reason to get out of bed.
If you told me that, I would have heard it.
Mr. Peanut Butter, you know I love you and think you're a good dog. But I don't want to be one of those couples that settles into a routine and never changes.
Well, I don't know what to say because I'm an old dog and I'm not going to change. Do you know what I do while you're at work all day? I mostly just sit right there. Sometimes I pretend to dig a little hole in the right here your car in the driveway. It is the best part of my day. I mean, I go insane.
All dogs do that.
But you're never going to be my only priority like that. I need to also live my life. Is it okay if I change and try new things and you still love me? And you just stay the same person you've always been and I still love you?
Yeah, that's.
I don't know, is that fair?
Does that work for you?
Yeah, I think that works. Just don't throw me any more surprise parties.
I mean, they're just
Paul
different, very
McCartney.
different people.
Is nobody gonna jump out of the cake?
Yeah, I thought Paul McCartney was in the cake.
It's one of the things I love about you.
Surprise! Hello? Anybody? This is Paul McCartney. I came all this way to jump out of a cake. Honest. New suit on? Oh,
I really like this one.
I think it picked up
It
more on
was
the
so
second
funny
half.
and weird. I really like this
It
one.
picked up
I
more
liked
in
it a
the
lot at
second
the
half,
end there.
It was funny. Every story. I like the little stories they made in this episode.
Yeah, it was jumping around between a lot of characters.
I kind of feel bad for Mr. Peanut Butter, man, after this episode. Because he, like, really loves Diane. Like, I mean, the way he explained, yeah, I wait for you all day, kind of like a real dog. But, like,
oh, man.
you know, but, like, Diane is not giving that back to Mr. Peanut Butter. It's not the top priority. And I don't think that's fair in a relationship. I feel like it should be equal parts. You know, it should be like, I love you, you love me. It shouldn't be, I love you more than me, I'm more into you than you are to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like when that happens, there becomes like I guess like a balance of weights that happens, and if it's not balanced, you know, it tilts. It never works.
But I also see where she's coming from. That like, what part of him made him feel like she would like that? Because like she never, you know what I mean? That's never been the case that she likes grand gestures like that. After he proposed live to her on TV too. I think,
Yeah.
didn't
Well, and, I mean, I get that, but I think I'm not trying to be in the defense of Mr. Peanut Butter or anything like that. But I also feel like there's a lack of communication involved also. Because if that was the situation and how he felt, then why did she even like go along with the marriage and go along as far as she has? You know what I mean?
they're two different-
There should have been I feel like a pause in all of that. There shouldn't have been like, okay, let's get married. Let's keep going. Let's because like
I agree.
you know, I don't think she should have went down that line of like of marriage if she's feeling like that.
But then again, that offer that she got from Sebastian wasn't available to her at that time. That came in post-marriage.
Yeah, that's true. Here's the thing, though. They're two different people. He's again, he's dog quality. He's content with what he's like, her just like showing up and like just being in love with her and all that. But she wants more. At first, I thought it wasn't fair, but it just turned out to be two different people. If they're both okay with that stuff, then what's the harm?
Well, the harm comes into play when like
I don't think Mr. Peanut Butter is okay with that.
I don't think he's okay
just
with
saying yes.
He's just saying yes because he's caught in the moment. He's like, okay,
You don't think like he's okay?
because it's like, okay, so we just got married and now you want to be different all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
So I do think actually now the whole episode was great because I just realized we
It was
examined
really
three
upsetting.
different relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Vincent and Doltman, Princess Carolyn,
Yeah.
BoJack, and I can't remember her name.
Wanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, you know how dogs love people unconditionally.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
what if Mr. Yo, were you saying that?
Yeah,
what
like
if
he's
Mr.
like
Peanut Butter
content,
does
just
that?
like being that. He's content with like just loving Diane. That's his person that he found. That like he's an old dog. He's comfortable with this stuff. Diane, on the other hand, she's like a human who's like she said she's wired differently. She didn't know like at that time, like Mickey said that offer wasn't there available to her, but now that it is, you know, she's wired differently as well. She would want to go after something like that, especially being a writer too.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like at first, like I said, I didn't think it was fair, but it works for them. Why not?
So I think the show is brilliant too because we are talking about Mr. Peanut Butter as a dog, but also a human.
Yeah.
And how people are wired, and the show likes to bring up the fact of whether people can change or not. And so like when you relate a character or when you like boil down a person to like an animal, you start thinking like, oh, he's a dog, and
He's an old
so you're
dog,
assuming
yeah.
all these things about him still.
Yeah.
But I mean, he is a dog, so obviously you're more prone to believe. You're kind of like stereotyping a little bit. but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But
So-
we did see him get angry this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
We
seen
did
that.
see him actually.
That was
I
more
mean,
a
I'd
human
be-
part of him.
I would be
say.
frustrated too if I was him. You know what I mean? But then again, I mean, again, like she said, we've seen it that she doesn't like parties, and I feel like he was definitely wrong in that aspect of throwing the party.
Yeah,
But-
he always does just enough and then takes it just one step. too
One
far.
step, yeah, he does. That's where he goes overboard. But his heart's in the right place. You know what I mean? I see the argument from both, from both parts. But I feel like Diane she's a little bit too much in all of it, and I really do feel bad for Mr. Peanut Butter because again, it's just like going into the marriage. I feel like he was a little bit blindsided.
I think it was too much because she didn't come to terms until now that she wasn't
Yeah.
happy, basically.
Yeah.
She didn't realize she didn't come to terms with her emotions until now. That's why she was exploding or being overly angry or unreasonable, I would say.
And is this something she's just now experiencing after having published BoJack's book, or for a while?
No, I think this has been happening for a while, but this probably just
It's now
because
surfacing more.
I mean, she was able to publish a very successful book. I mean, that's,
But I'm saying
should
just
bring herself
But after
happiness.
that, she was it was a routine for her. She was just married. The book was published. Now what? Her life, that book was done. Now what's her next purpose? What's her next project?
plus specifically the circumstances of this day. She's halfway through her 30s.
Damn, I know.
and doesn't feel like she's done anything. Because she came to LA. We even saw her talk about it. I don't know if it was this season or last season, but she was she came here to LA with a totally different mental attitude. I'm gonna write pieces that are gonna make a difference and do all these things, and she just ended up being a ghostwriter and just kind of got stuck in a rut, and she's just kind of been there.
Yeah, just a lot going on, Diane. I would say for sure.
Meanwhile, BoJack and Wanda are kind of in a honeymoon phase.
Yeah, at first he started freaking out, but she brought him back to Earth, saying this is why we're together and stuff.
That was a good.
That was really good.
And a good analogy to joke how she
That
portrayed
was a
it.
good joke.
Same time, it's only been 2 weeks. They're pretty new.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that joke someday.
It's so long.
Someday.
Just say
and you have to do it hours apart.
Yeah.
I have a good joke about a wasp.
Nah.
Tell it sometime.
Nah.
Not right now. Not right now. It's about 5-8 minutes long.
Nah.
And then there was Vincent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what
and
about that
Kurt.
story?
That
Dude,
shit.
I
Is he?
cannot-
Is he?
Yeah,
I still didn't.
yeah.
He is.
But they
because
didn't. But they didn't really show the other.
Are they
kid
ever
or
gonna
I don't know
show
if it's
another
a
kid.
mechanical body or another kid or what's going on,
No,
but
it's
it's him.
him.
It's the same person.
It
Kevin
ha-
and Vincent are the same person.
Because she would turn
Adult.
around and we would hear noises. So there's something. Yeah,
Should
You
keep
know
asking
that's
to
also
go.
Allison Brie, right?
Yeah.
I think we can correctly assume it's the same person, but the show's so weird that I was just expecting both of them to just.
No, it's the same person.
That's why I think
But-
they haven't revealed it yet. Because I do now. I'm thinking that he.
But I mean, wasn't that kind of the breakup? She's done. So I mean,
I think they broke
So I
up.
don't know if we're gonna see him again.
Yeah, I think so.
She's he has a secret family. How could I be so foolish?
Yeah, she's such a smart character, except
and
here.
Todd had a
I think
weird
he's
scene.
I think he's kind of showed that love is blind. To be
Yeah.
honest, in the eyes of her, because it's people are telling her that Vincent is a child. She's literally seeing it with her own 2 eyes that Vincent is a child, and this whole thing is happening. But it just goes to show that
She's
love
seeing
is
what she
blind.
wants.
Yeah, she's
I
seeing
don't know
what
if
she
it's a
wants.
cat quality.
Love is blind.
No, yeah.
You know.
And,
I don't know if it's
and
trying to
the
have
phones, there was some message there too.
I
She was
don't
like,
know.
I know what happens, and I don't want to experience the pain. Update me. And it was just Todd was that was weird. It was
too
weird when I was
much.
watching it.
The Todd scene was definitely weird. That was another
Now,
relationship
thinking about
right
it now,
there.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
might be summing up all 3 stories in that little
Yeah,
scene right
I
there.
like this episode
This
a
was one of
lot
my favorites
better
for sure.
after the fact. 'cause
Definitely
as,
really
as it
good.
was happening, I was like,
the beginning, the first half, I was like, and then I was
Low-
like, okay, this brought it.
low keys.
Because I was understanding the whole Tony Curtis thing, but now I get it.
Yeah,
And
it's
who-
just a
did we
small
ever-
little petty.
Oh, yeah,
Did we ever find
I
out?
looked him up. He was in Some Like It Hot, very old movies. Not any
Nothing
other
we would
movies.
know.
Well, all right, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
so is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead. And also, yeah, I get it.
Tony Curtis is
Diane
dead.
getting mad at BoJack. Like, why didn't he just believe her? Like, I get that. Like, if I tell you something, like,
peanut butter, you mean?
yeah, Mr. Peanut Butter, just like believe me. Why? I know for a
But
fact. Why are you
sometimes,
trying
but
to
I don't
go
think
against me?
it wasn't
I've
about
argued
that.
like
It
that
wasn't
too.
about
Sometimes you
that.
just have to check.
But it's
We
just
have
like,
we have phones.
yeah,
It
it
wasn't-
was so frustrating.
But her anger wasn't about that. It wasn't about that. Was just
yeah,
yeah.
I am portraying it for it. So yeah,
But yeah, that was
episode.
a
Good
really
episode, guys. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Relationships. Tell us yours.
Relationships.
Bye.
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 Thanks for joining us for BoJack Season 2. Big shout out to everyone for keeping this channel going, especially our super patrons, Luis, Bear in the Garage, Joe, Keyboard Junkie, Toy Soldier, MYR Fan, Robert, Benjamin, Cool Cat, and Joey S. Check out our Patreon for uncut and early access content. Make sure to check the video description for important links, and we'll see you next time.